At this point, most of you guys know me as the Evo or Mitsubishi guy. We first started with the Mitsubishi Technica, then we got the GG Evo 8 MR, and then after that, I got the JDM Evo 8 that we just finished the exterior on. So basically, all Mitsubishi. Yes, I know, it's a problem. Most of you guys know I've been searching forever for a 2006 Acura RSX Type S, but I still haven't found the right one, and I will continue my search until I find one. But while searching for one, I stumbled upon something I just couldn't say no to. The perfect daily driver for an Evo enthusiast. Here it is, my Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 MR Touring Edition. Now, this car might seem like a complete running Evo 10, but let's just say this is a project and it's going to need a ton of work. Yeah. This episode is brought to you by none other than Throttle. Throttle has been my go-to for aftermarket parts lately, and this new build is definitely going to need a ton of parts to get it to my standards. I'm gonna put their link down below, and remember, you guys can save some money by using code CHRIS on any of your aftermarket parts. Let me show you guys the new build. Here it is, Evo 10 in the garage. I still can't believe this. Let's go ahead and start with the exterior on the car. This is a 2010 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X10 MR Touring Edition, which I consider this to be the best daily out of all 10 generations of Evos. This is the one that you want as a daily, at least if you live in Miami, New York, LA, or any of those cities with a lot of traffic. And that is because it is a dual clutch transmission, meaning it could be automatic, and then you can also switch it to manual with the paddle shifters. I'll explain more on that later on, but the exterior is a phantom black paint, which I love. You guys know I love black, white, or gray cars are my go-to for everything. And yeah, this car is gonna need a ton of work, as you guys can see. Let's go ahead and start with the hood. Carbon fiber Sibon. I believe this is the FQ400 hood. It is completely gone, completely faded. You can still see some of the carbon around, but this is either gonna need to be restored, but honestly, I wanna go with an OEM Phantom Black hood. So if any of you guys have one, bang the line, because I need one. Then for the roof, it has a carbon fiber wrapped roof, which I'm a little bit afraid of what I'm gonna find beneath here. Hopefully the paint is still good. Maybe it is faded, but this is gonna go away. As you guys know, I am an OEM plus type of guy, so this build is gonna be as clean and as OEM as possible as I could get it. And then for the trunk, I also wanted to show you guys, it has a Sibon carbon trunk, which I actually don't mind. I actually like this trunk, and they're very expensive, but I might consider trading it or buying an OEM trunk with the wing on it, because I really like the way the Evo 10s look complete with the wing. These cars overall are just a bit bigger. I always remember Seth's Evo 10. I did a review on that car. I'll put a clip here. Ever since I got on that car, I was like, I have to get an Evo 10. And here we are like a year or 2 years later with an Evo 10 in the garage, which is just crazy. As for the wheels, it just has OEM BBS wheels, Brembos, and all of that. Obviously, all of this has to be restored, including the rear. Headlights are gone. Front bumper is kind of hanging on. It has tape in some places. As you guys can see, holding on, the front lip is hanging. This is cracked right here. Yeah, this car is definitely gonna need a lot of work, but we can make it happen. I'm actually excited that this car is kind of beat up like this. I don't know why. I'm really excited that the car is not in perfect condition, so then we can make it in perfect condition, I guess you could say. Now, let's jump into my favorite part of this car, and that is the interior. The interior on this car is really, really nice. Not only do we have sunroof, we have a really good stereo system that came with this model year car. We have leather Recaros, which look amazing, and they're actually in very good condition. No rips, no nothing on the interior. We just need to give this car a huge detail. This car is really, really dirty. It was abandoned for quite some time, and honestly, it just needs the love that I could give to a car. So I can't wait to be able to clean and restore this interior because it looks really, really nice. I do want to mention it smells really, really, really bad in here. It smells like cigarettes, weed, a lot of combinations of smells. But besides that, I think we could get this interior to smell brand new again, and we could restore it to its glory. In this case, I did want to share with you guys the transmission, which is an SST transmission, meaning I could have it in automatic, and then I could also have it in manual, as you could say manual. It will be controlled by the paddle shifters. This is actually the same company, and correct me if I'm wrong, because a lot of you guys probably know a lot more than Evo 10s. This is my first Evo 10, but I believe the transmission on Evo 10s for these SST transmissions are the same company that make the R35 transmissions, the GTR transmissions, and they're actually really good. They do require a lot of maintenance, which segues me to our next conversation. So for the engine, the car does run, the car does start and everything, but we do have a bit of a project to do with this car. One thing we do have is the infamous code for the timing chain on this car, so we do have to swap that out. And our SST transmission is gone. And when I say gone, I mean gone. I was actually hoping that maybe some of you guys might be able to help me on this. I'm gonna start the car up and I'm gonna put it into drive just so you guys could hear what happens, and then maybe together we could kind of figure out what's wrong with it. This is going to be a build that we have to put up and remove the transmission, maybe the engine as well, depending on how easy it is. Obviously, sometimes it's just easier to just drop the engine than remove the transmission. But I believe the transmission is bad, and that might cause our T case to be bad as well. I believe it's the input shaft in the middle, but let me start the car up so you guys could hear this. Beware of the sound because it is scary, and I just wish it was fixed. So here comes the scary part. I go to start it, starts right up. And then comes the scary part. As soon as I put it into drive, listen to this. It sounds really bad. I'm gonna put it back in park. Yeah, it is bad. And then I also have the transmission required code. Let me know if you guys know what it is, but this is the exciting part. Now we get to drop everything down, remove the transmission, and figure out what the problem is and see if we can fix it ourselves. It's bad, as you guys can see. It also needs a really good cleaning. The first, or I mean second episode, because this is technically episode number 1, is going to be us cleaning this car as good as possible. I hate working on dirty cars. It's not going to be a detail, but it is going to be a very specific clean. Like I said, the interior needs a ton of love, and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna enjoy those videos. You guys love when I do cleaning stuff. Like, look at this. This car was just abandoned for the longest, to say the least. We definitely have to clean the car up. It's really cool, the batteries in the rear. Evo 10s, honestly, a lot of people hate on them, and honestly, it's a pretty good car. I actually am super stoked to try it out, see if I like it, and see what I think about it. race the car up really quick to show you guys. One of the main reasons I got this car is because it has no rust. Besides obviously the exhaust, that's super common, but the actual important parts, pillars, and things like that, let me see if I could get this ISO up for you guys, it's just dirty. Like honestly, after getting under this car, I didn't want to have to do detailing, like actual going crazy, because I want to get this car running. But look at the red on the caliper. This car has never been undercarriage clean, so I think that's gonna be our first episode. I honestly think I need to get this car clean to be able to work on it, but there's no rust. There's just a little bit of surface rust here and there, but nothing major. Like this car is completely good, clean title. It's just really good to pass on. And then let me show you guys what I found on the front of the car. The transmission's leaking, so we're already finding things. Not that this is gonna be a problem, but this transmission is, yeah. The oil pan also has a leak over here. We are going to be in for a treat, but look at how dirty. I've never seen, I don't think none of my Evos have been this dirty underneath. Like you can't even see the red on the caliper. And then look at all the, like the control arm is black instead of silver. So we're gonna have fun with this one, I'm sure we are. Let me show you guys this side real quick. Looking good, just needs some love and some maintenance. And then hopefully this transmission is pretty simple. I also noticed like an aftermarket line for something over here. If you guys know what it is, please let me know. It's like maybe a, I don't know. I mean, these transmissions have like their own cooler system, like that goes all the way over here. But then this one has a line that the oil gets sent over here to this system right here, and that seems really aftermarket. It's SP. I'll take a look at it, but yeah, let me know what you guys think is wrong with this transmission. It will really help. There's a lot of leaks going everywhere, so maybe no fluid, and then that's what caused the transmission to go bad. Yeah, and if you guys have one that's working and running and you guys want to sell it to me, let me know. This is the actual transmission part if you guys wanted to know. So what are the plans? The plans are, we're gonna clean the undercarriage. It needs a total clean. We'll clean the exterior, just a basic clean, and then we will definitely clean the interior. I just can't see myself working on a car that's completely destroyed and dirty. I have to clean it up, get a blank canvas, and then start working on it. But our first goal is to make sure that the car's clean, just clean so we can work on it, not a full detail and polishing and all of that. Just a simple clean, simple. Nothing's ever simple with me. But after we get it clean, we are going to jump in, race the car up, and drop the transmission, figure out what's wrong. Maybe some of you guys in the comments might help and telling me what's wrong. But obviously with all the noises and grinding, that transmission needs to come out and be rebuilt. And then once we rebuild it, then we start the fun part, which is the actual build, rebuilding the car and building it to our spec. We are going to get a ton of parts for this car. I want to make it cool street car, sort of say. And of course, change the hood, OEM hood, maybe put the OEM trunk with the OEM wing on it, black out these chrome pieces. I don't like none of this chrome pieces and all of that. I like OEM black and all of that stuff for the trim. And then for the wheels, I have an exciting wheel that I've always wanted. It's not that huge of a deal, but I've always wanted a specific wheel on Evos, Evo 8 or Evo 10s, and I'm finally gonna get the opportunity for that. But hopefully you guys enjoy this build. I'm super excited, and I hope that you guys are excited as well. I'm gonna see you guys on the next episode. Like always, keep grinding, stay safe, and take care.